In 1492, Columbus got us a day off school.
I wish that was so true.
We're back. I woke up in Greg's body.
Who the fuck is that?
That's Chris Brown.
I'm not Chris Brown.
That's Chris Brown, though. Lil Dicky woke up in Chris Brown's body. It was Freaky Friday. He said,
What?
Can I say the N-word? Hell yeah, I can say the N-word. What's up, my N-word? He actually does sing that. N-word, 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 I'm that N-word. See, I can't even say it, guys. I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to do a cleanse where I stop saying it. Because it's gotten
like you know how people say like they gotta quit smoking? It's like that.
Yeah, that's what's happened here. I mean, you may say it's a little cucked, but you know, when it gets to the point that it's you think it's going to slip out in any conversation you have with random people, you know, then it starts to get pretty bad. This is rehab. I am an addict, okay? I need help.
Yes.
Yeah. So Greg with 2 G's.
Yeah.
It was not me for some reason. I thought you'd make like my name your name.
I mean, I was not told of this beforehand.
Well, I just thought once you saw that I was Greg, you would kind of be inclined to do the opposite.
It wouldn't fit with my profile picture.
Okay, so what's your profile picture? What is it? Okay, Greg. Yeah. Okay, so it's egg. Okay, so what, you gonna make that your name anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you just did it with an extra G because I already took Greg.
No, it's just a happy accident.
Wow. I wasn't a happy accident.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I was planned.
Wait,
you don't believe me?
What do you mean?
Children can be planned. What do you mean?
No, yeah, but you said I'm playing.
No, I was planned.
Oh.
You're digging in me. You digging in me. So what's up,
Welcome back.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing?
I got carrots stuck in my teeth.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I had a nice sweet potato shake before this. Right now I'm eating a nice chocolate pie with a rice flour crust that I made.
You're eating too much chocolate.
That was the first time I ate chocolate today.
That's not really saying much.
What I'm saying is that actually I don't even know if I ate any chocolate yesterday. I don't think I did. But this is gelatin, cocoa powder, milk, you know. So this is made of other stuff. It's just the chocolate is in there to give it some flavor. Otherwise, it's just milk and gelatin.
Which is fine.
Well, I wanted a nice, chocolate pudding flavor, which is, I was craving a French silk pie from Village Inn, but I can't eat that.
I've never had a French silk pie.
It's incredible.
It sounds overrated.
Well, my version still tastes good. It still hits pretty much the right notes for me. You're eating a carrot, on the other hand.
Yeah.
You like your carrots. You eat a carrot a day?
Just when I need to eat something quick.
Okay. That fills you
also, up? It feels nice eating something like crunchy like that.
Mm-hmm. I've been doing a lot of liquids. That's what I'm on. A lot of juice.
Liquid Zulu?
No, I'm not on Liquid Zulu, but maybe that transitions us. No, I guess it doesn't. I don't know. Does it?
Kind of.
It kind of does.
I don't know. I don't know how much
detail you're willing to go into. At this point is up to you.
Yeah.
So, this is your part of it, Greg, because you were telling me you had this as a topic that you wanted to mention today. And honestly, I think it's one of the better ones to start with, because I have some other stuff that might get us into some longer conversations. And, that's really just going to steer things away from the other points that you want to bring up. And I know you always get mad. You always get mad at the end when you're like, dude, we didn't get to bring up this thing, or, hey, you cut me off, or, hey, whatever, this and that.
That was literally one time.
No, it's happened a lot. I recognize that, I've done this to you many a times.
One time.
No,
One
it was
time.
more than just the lamb. It was more than that.
Okay.
It was more.
Whatever.
Viewers, if you ever want to make a compilation of that and send it in to us, we'd love that because I'm not going to do it.
So until
Maybe we could
then,
hire some Indian to do that.
or we couldn't.
You just don't even want to talk with them online. Talk to them.
Please stop.
I said nothing that should have promoted or sparked anything in your mind abnormal.
It's
Other than the way that people have been saying that phrase for a long time, well, much longer than a certain character has been around.
You know what you did.
Hey,
yeah.
Haley Welch, we want to talk to you. Please let us untalk to you.
Oh man.
I had to do it to you.
You did it to me. I was not pleased. I was not pleased by what you did to me.
It, honestly, at that point, it was kind of like a sneeze where I had to let it out. And, we're going to have Chip telling me, hey, you got Tourette's or something. But, that's how I
Is
feel.
he wrong?
What am I supposed to do? Are you saying that, this is indistinguishable from what people with Tourette's have?
I can't say for certain. I haven't really delved into that topic in great detail. But the way you're describing it, it does sound like it's getting there.
It could be. It's like that episode of South Park, which was actually, a pretty good display of, how things work, where Cartman was just like, he stopped having a filter and then eventually he just started saying like embarrassing things out loud. Something about him and his cousin when he was little.
I'm very fond of filters, especially low pass filters. Those are very nice.
Yeah, the high pass filter can only really work as a short transition or maybe like a short bridge.
Yeah.
But the low pass filter makes a nice intro where you like smooth it in, transition it in.
I mean, you could use a high pass filter for that too. It would depend on what you got going on.
I just like a warm beginning,
Fair enough. I prefer the low pass filter, but I mean, I'm not opposed to a high pass filter as an intro.
Usually I like using it during the song for like a short, brief like transition.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So talk about this topic you had. Talk to him.
Anyway, there is and depending on how things work out, maybe we can have a witness to this, maybe next episode or whatever. But there is a place. There is a place where people of a certain ideology gather, certain following of a certain YouTuber of a liquid variety. And it's pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining. I think you can damn, I cannot remember words ever. Verify this. What was that for?
Just I guess I should have played. Because there was dead air. Dead air.
I don't know what that's a reference to.
The episode where Dennis and Dee start a podcast.
Oh
and
yeah.
Frank's on
I did
there, and
actually
he's just
watch
like
that.
they're both sitting there, and he's like dead air. You said what?
I said I did actually watch that episode.
Yeah.
But anyway,
tell us how many wars America are in right now. It's like he puts on some sort of like, I don't know. It's not even really NPR because NPR they start doing the whisper like this. This is what NPR sounds like. But he was doing
I don't even know
sort
what
of
that is.
NPR.
Yeah.
The radio station and the news.
Never heard of it. Nope.
Wow. Yeah, it's for liberals.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Anyway, there is a
National
place.
Pubic Radio.
There is a place where people gather around with their libertarian theories and whatnot, and they follow one such man that is at the center of it. One could call him the avatar of libertarian theory.
I don't know if I would go that far.
Wouldn't you?
Probably not.
He seems to be everywhere.
The Avatar.
Wow.
You mean the Avatar is in like the the Last Airbender?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I am the one
regardless,
true libertarian.
I mean, how are you measuring that?
I just am. Exactly what I am is what the last true libertarian is.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, this man has a lot of sway. Not this man, but the man I'm talking about.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Bro, I don't know what these references are.
It's Kanye.
Why would I know that?
Oh my god, that's a classic. Just go on. This is sad.
It's been dragging on because you keep interrupting.
Imagine dragging these nuts.
Anyway, he has a female partner, and they were talking about some shit or whatever. And then she started saying, she pinged like these two people in this server, and she's like, "Yo, this liquid man, said I'm smarter than you guys." And that turned into like a 30, 45-minute conversation over how or
Not
why.
even VC. This is text chat.
Yeah, it was pretty funny over why and how she's smarter than them.
And tell us more about this woman. Why is she seen as so intelligent?
Because she's a woman.
So smart for a woman.
Yeah.
You're smart for a woman.
I mean, you're smart.
Yeah. Well,
For a
the
woman.
thing is, I really haven't met a woman as smart as you,
I met smart people. A lot of them. Just not women.
Yeah.
Like you're an anomaly, like a scientific revolution going on here.
Look, Democrats are the real sexists. I can acknowledge a smart and independent woman when I see one. And that is you.
Yes. That's kind of it. I just thought it was really funny that they're
That was the main thing you cared about, not the fact that there was a guy talking about all these female celebrities and how he would like eat their ass or let them eat his ass or something like that.
Oh yeah, actually, that is a good topic to talk about. Yeah, so we know this guy, and he's basically a public figure at this point, isn't he?
The guy we were talking to?
Yeah.
That's a public figure?
Kind of.
Does he have like a YouTube channel or something that I'm unaware of?
Instagram.
He's a musician. Is that the public figure?
I guess.
Aspect of it?
That's
I don't know. Do you just want to name drop him or something?
Not really. I just was verifying whether or not he's a public figure or not.
Well, I had never heard of him, but a lot of public figures neither of us have heard of. So I'm sure, why not?
Yeah. Anyway, so this guy, we're talking to him in a VC chat, or what do you even call it? Text, the speak spot, the voice stuff.
What is up with you? Maybe you need some more chocolate. What's going on?
It's been quite a gap since I've last eaten. That's why I'm eating the carrot, but it's not really doing it justice.
Yeah, the carrot's not going to do much for you. I mean, that's not a lot of calories.
Anyway,
you need some juice, dude.
You want me to get up and get some juice right now?
Get some juice, get some milk, get something. That's what would do me some good.
I finish introducing the story here.
Okay.
So we're talking to this guy, and him and I think it was like one other guy there with us, and he starts. This happened like twice already too. This seems to be a reoccurring topic in that group. But anyway, he starts listing broads that he'd do things to, consensually.
I believe Sydney Sweeney was she the first or the second that he mentioned?
I was thinking of like the Paramore thing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my immediate reaction.
She to the girl or the act?
Well, both, but frankly, more so the girl.
Really?
Yeah.
She's all right, I guess.
Well, it's just the fact that she's in Paramore
Yeah, I suppose.
and she
Anyway,
wears the clothes that she does.
well, like a Taylor Swift outfit?
I'm just picturing a different outfit from you here, maybe.
Probably. Anyway, he said he'd let Haley Williams spit in his mouth.
What about Haley Welch?
There was no reason for you to do that.
Bro, it's because the first name and the initials. I mean, seriously. I couldn't even think of the girl from Paramore's name. I was thinking Haley Welch the whole time.
You have a problem.
Yeah, maybe I do. Okay, well, here she's wearing a dress. She still looks like she has like some sort of like, huh?
Sure.
Oh, because here she's wearing a suit, and that is what I would be thinking when I'm thinking ick.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
let's get that up. Let me get that up for you.
Pause.
Yes, pause. But look at not this. Look at this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's what I was thinking when I was thinking ick. Let's see. Why is Kanye here? Let's see. Oh, I even spelled her name wrong because I don't know how to spell it. But just look at her facial structure. Like she doesn't look like she looks a little masculine, no?
I guess.
Like here in this, I don't know. It's something about I want to say the part between, because it's usually this, like the part between her lip and her nose, or maybe I don't know if it's because I don't really want to say the jawline, but I mean, see, like
there it doesn't look good.
Yeah, here it doesn't look like that, but then in photos, like like these, like I'm seeing more of it. This doesn't really look good. See, here I'm not seeing that as much. I don't know, man. Okay, well that's just
wow.
Yeah. And this actually does look like a man in like drag there. Can barely see it, but see, look here, that's different, right? These are different. This is like a completely different woman. Did she get cloned?
Like
did she like transition and then transition back? Right? I mean, come on.
That's what Top of the Pops does for you.
I'm sorry?
Top of the Pops. They're like a popular band. They're like a pop band now.
Anyway, let's go on back to what that guy was talking about.
Yeah, then he started bringing up these other pseudo and also real celebrities and how much he'd want. What was it? It was just, I don't even want to say that. You take it up. Yeah.
He wanted to toss their salad.
I would never toss a salad, mainly because of the oxalates, but
Am I ate some broccolini last night. Am I cooked?
That was broccolini.
It's like a skinny broccoli. I mean, it doesn't taste like broccoli as much as broccoli tastes like broccoli. It doesn't taste like trash, but it's like a floret kind of thing, but thin.
Broccoli does kind of taste like trash.
It didn't taste like trash. It tasted all right. I had it with some scallops and some mascarpone risotto.
Where are you getting scallops from?
Well, I have a bag in my fridge or my freezer, but I did get that from a restaurant.
Where?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's local or not. That's the thing.
Type it in the chat.
N-word. see, that's not as bad either. Just saying it, See, and I can't. What I was thinking is that I just said that because I'm trying to stop, not because we're on a recording. Otherwise, I'd just be saying that. Okay.
You can buy that there.
Yeah, they had caramelized scallops. I had broccolini with on the side with some mascarpone risotto, and then for my drink, I had a citrus refresher, a sparkling citrus refresher.
Isn't that place like really expensive?
Well, it was an event for an outing, if you will. It was. Let's just say I wasn't financially liable
for Columbus Day.
Oh, of course. I mean, Columbus himself said, Greg, because I was in your body. We swap bodies. He said, Greg, you need to come with me to eat at that restaurant because the engines. The thing about them is that their supplies aren't going to last for long because we're going to take them all and stop these sacrifices, these human sacrifices. But that also means we have to get rid of the engines, and they're the ones that know how to fish.
Great term.
He said, "Get these stinking Browns back in the kitchen, in the back, and then deport them."
To where? Spain?
I don't know. Well, how would that make sense?
I mean, he brought some over to Spain as like an oddity.
But that's not really deporting them.
I mean, it kind of is.
Can you be deported to somewhere that you have never lived or originated from? Like, if I got sent to Greece, am I really being deported there? But if anything, the country you're getting sent to would have to be worse. No, if you're getting deported.
I don't think so.
I mean, I would think that because you always associate it with people going back to, as Trump would say.
Because you can get deported from China.
As Trump would say, not me. As Trump, the former president of the United States and possibly soon to be president once again, would say, he would say this term that I have no association with, but I've heard him say it. It's shithole countries. I'm not saying that those are what they are. That's just what he said. Okay, but I'm just phrasing what he said. He's describing those countries in that way. I'm saying those countries that he's referring to. Usually, those are the ones you think of people getting deported back to.
You can get deported from China to like a European country.
See, but is that really getting deported?
Yeah.
Depends on the European country.
Exodus.
I don't think you're getting it. I'm saying, if you're being exported to somewhere that's not as bad, is it really being deported?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, then we'd have to define exactly how we're measuring.
It would be like defining immigrants as. I'm not even going to finish that.
Yeah, probably don't.
But it's like I find comedy in that. It's like you're not even describing like what would actually be considered an immigrant. You're just kind of saying like all the ones that people are usually associating, like Mexicans and all that.
Whoa!
All the. Well, what do you mean? Whoa! That's what people are saying here. Like remember Trump was saying I want to deport immigrants. Everybody went for Mexicans. I mean, I'm sure he said Mexico as well, but because he said he wanted to put the wall down there. But everybody, despite him saying that he wanted to put the wall there, right? That's what he said he wanted to do. He wasn't saying specifically he just wants to send Mexicans back. He was just saying he wants to send immigrants back. But then people are like, Trump, why do you want to send all these Mexicans back? So, I mean, clearly people have some sort of connection between Mexicans and immigrants in their minds.
Maybe if it was Argentines, there wouldn't be that big of an issue.
That's true. You wouldn't notice a difference. You would look around and you'd be like, oh, I'm still in America.
Yeah. Anyway. That's some uncalled for behavior for a female, especially a female of significant social status like that.
Oh, you mean Haley Williams?
Haley Williams. Who's the other broad? Karina something.
Karina Koff?
Yeah.
I don't know that I might have heard of her name, but really, even if it was from him, I just really didn't know anything about her before.
I know if it's like a name that I probably heard from like vaguely, but I know it's not a singer or whatever. I just kind of assume it's an OnlyFans broad.
I mean,
I'm usually right.
Any sort of adult film star, really.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear a woman's name and don't recognize her as a celebrity, that's where my mind goes. Right? Especially with a name like that, Karina Koff. Come on, it sounds like you made it for that.
Right? They've got like a certain way where they name themselves like that.
Right. There's always an at the end of the first name, like Abella, Karina. Mia.
I mean, that's just European naming customs.
I don't know, man. They do it excessively. And then like they'll do like a last name that doesn't really sound like most people have that last name.
Danger.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anybody has that last name, right? I used to think those were their actual names. I was like, oh, that's who named their kid that, or who had like that as their last name,
Dangerfield. Why does that sound familiar? Hold on, I gotta look this up now.
Little bitch, you in danger. Shout out my boy Darius. That man's a serious gooner. just putting his business out there real quick.
Doesn't he have a girlfriend?
Hey, let's not put his business out there.
He said it, didn't he?
Oh, he might have actually, yeah. Despite that, he's still a gooner.
How so?
He could tell you a lot of what he's seen in his life. But anyway, I'll leave that to him. I'll leave that to her. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, I remember like earlier today I was like looking on my notifications and I saw like a clip from Fresh and Fit where Myron was like, this is why monogamy is like not a good thing. Because we've been talking about this too in that server as well. Like I remember the chick that was in there, she was basically like, because they were trying to justify whether monogamy is or like polygamy is actually like, you know, the thing that you should be doing. As far as like if you find somebody that like suits your qualities, I guess, or your desires and all that, you know, the kind of person you're looking for. Basically, that it makes sense that like you would either monkey branch or just include that person if it is rational into that relationship or just having a relationship with that person. And you know, we're of the stance that, you know, this is different for men and women, but you know, then that woman's like, oh, well, what's the difference? And I just said, because bitches be tripping. I mean, it's true. Right. And so I was watching the Myron clip and he's like literally saying the same thing where it's like, well, you know, he wasn't really like making a comparison, but what he was saying is like, as a man, when that's your only source of like, you know, completing or just other things that you would get usually with a female, you know, basically that like she could just like withhold that, she can leverage that, you know, and usually when they leverage it, it's when they leverage anything really, it's not really for the sake of any sort of anything beyond, I guess, they're just feeling of I think they do it for just for the sake of feeling like they can, you know. I don't really think they really I don't think there's really any external benefit from it or anything. Like there's not any results or anything that you get from that. It's literally just drama and them
interest.
having, huh?
She could lose interest.
Yeah, that too. Different for a man where it's like he can just, I mean, he's still going to want to be with her, but he doesn't have to put up with the bullshit. See, that's the thing. That's the thing too, right? Because a man that's doing that isn't creating bullshit. He's avoiding bullshit by doing that. A woman is creating bullshit by doing that. So if anything, like that alone is just kind of reason to think, well, if that's how it's going to be, why should it be the opposite way where bullshit is being created? Shouldn't you want to minimize bullshit?
You would think so.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, in that sense alone, it would make sense why this is the case. That, you know, it would make more sense for a man to do that because he's not trying to create problems by doing it. He's just trying to maintain the relationship, and if anything, just not be frustrated by bullshit from a woman.
Yeah. I might actually have to get something to drink. This carrot is very bland tasting.
In summation, bitches be tripping. But let me ask you, Mr. Greg, when you took a while to get on the stage, what were you doing before instead of getting milk?
What do you mean?
You had a lot of time to get your milk and juice. Why didn't you get something more sustainable, something with more sustenance to it?
One, I thought eating a carrot would be funnier. Two, at that point in time, I did not think of doing that. And I'm also very hesitant to use my milk and juice reserves because it goes so quickly. So, yeah.
Well, I grabbed my sweet potato shake and pie because I was like feeling really hungry. Because, you know, when a nigga's eating a lot of, when a man's eating a lot of carbs, you know, he gets a hunger, you know, when he's eating low amounts of fat, you know, he starts craving more energy, you know. And so a man just had to get his,
Go for some cream pie right now.
Whoa.
Coconut
man
cream
has to get a sweet potato shake and his chocolate pie and his, you know, his pineapple juice mix with like simple syrup and shit and all that, you know, that I have also. a huge jar of it, honestly. I mean, that's a lot of liquid. But I also was feeling thirsty, so I have to quench my serious thirst. And yeah, I have dates also.
I really want some coconut cream pie now.
Go get your milk if that's what you desire.
I don't desire it. I desire coconut cream pie.
Well, go get what you have that you would desire the most.
It would take a while to make that.
Go get what you have that's pre-ready that you would desire the most.
All right.
Okay.
Take it away, Jerry.
So, let's think about this. Let's think about what we have here.
Think about this.
Yeah, think about this. Me as a person here, I come here weekly. I talk to you guys. I talk to them. I'm hanging out. I'm just talking about what's going on in my life, and yeah, that's the show. Can you imagine that? That's what you do. What would you guys do if you had to do that? Yeah. Okay. Well, let me see. So we have some stuff planned. I don't know if I want to go into that yet. There was a video we would react to that's pretty funny. Actually, a few videos I have prepped for us. You guys, what y'all know about Darius? Yeah, what you guys know about that kid? Let's see. Actually, I think he's like 20 something at this point, but yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to say this all again when Greg's back if I talk about it, but he's this guy who has autism and his mom takes care of him, and he does a lot of stimming where he kind of goes, and then he had a guitar where he did like the exact same thing on it. It was like the same notes that he was playing on there, and his mom makes him she makes like serious content with him, but then she does some like kind of like meme stuff that surprised me. It took me by surprise. Beard Guy was actually showing me one of these videos, and I'm sure oh my god, this one's funny too. But I'm sure Greg would find that entertaining. If I can find the specific video that I'm thinking about. Let's see. Yeah, she posts a lot of content on here. I guess that's like her full-time thing. I saw this meme where it was like, when I'm about to abandon my son with autism, but then I remember I can put him on TikTok live and make a bunch of money. And that's kind of real. Like, have you thought about this? Like, I mean, I'm sure you have, if you watch this show, but there's just some videos like on TikTok live and all that, or other live platforms. Like you'll just scroll and you'll see somebody with like a severe disability, and it's like the parents recording that kid just to like show him off. And people are like donating to that and like, supporting it. But I mean, man, it's like, I don't know, the market's probably gonna be oversaturated. Because there's a lot of stuff going on that's causing these things. They want you to think that it's some sort of genetic thing where, oh, well, I guess, humans have just bred to the point where this is what's happening more and more. No, it's, there's a lot of other stuff at play, and that's probably not even really a factor. There's already like food dyes alone will trigger behavioral issues in kids that have some of these disorders. But the actual disorders themselves, obviously the mother's hormonal state during pregnancy can vary a lot. And seeing as there's a lot of poisons in the environment, that's definitely going to cause more issues with that. So, I mean, you would think that, hey, autism rates are going up, and there's, unfavorable conditions in the womb, higher stress conditions. You would think that, hey, well, maybe that results in one thing, possibly, possibly. Or maybe there's some other things going on. I can't really get into all of them. But yeah, point being is that, we're going to get to a point where probably, because it seems like things aren't going to get fixed. Some people are white pilled on this or whatever, where they're thinking, hey, it'll get better. Maybe not soon. You'll see definitely higher rates. I mean, autism, like I said, it's already like spiking up. Like every couple that has kids, higher and higher rates of autism. So you know what you need to do, guys? Instead of maybe talking about what the societal solution will be, you got to focus on like individual stuff. Like you got to focus on your health. Definitely. Don't surround yourself with everything. I guess the best way I could put it is just don't put yourself in extremely artificial conditions. Try to get into nature. Eat some good food that's gonna keep you, a good machine working, feeling energetic, feeling good. If you look good, if you feel good, and you don't actually constantly just have health problems and all that, then hey, you're in a better position than a lot of people. And that's really what you can do these days, And obviously the information isn't as accessible as it should be, but man, just don't go crazy on limiting carbs and eat foods that aren't machine lubricant. Look at what people have eaten and been healthy on. A lot of people like to say, look at what your grandparents ate. Do that. Just look at what they ate. Maybe it's better than what you're eating now. Maybe, I don't know. There's a lot of other considerations to take in than just that, but that's one of them. So, just make sure you're doing that. I guess one other thing is, I don't know. Oh, Greg's back.
The fuck were you talking about?
Autism.
Oh, okay. Anyway, now I have a creation for you people. Now, I know, I'm well aware of the popularity of, say, a root beer float. Now, I might even be aware of the popularity of perhaps an orange soda float. And maybe if you want to get experimental, I may have heard of a Coca-Cola float. But I bet none of you have ever heard of a sugar milk float.
It's an unincorporated milkshake.
No, it's not. It's a sugar milk float because the ice cream is still on top.
Yeah, it's an unincorporated milkshake.
What are you talking about?
It's a milkshake that you haven't blended.
No, that's not true.
It's the same ingredients as a milkshake, except you didn't put it in a blender.
No, it's milk though. It's not cream. It's milk with ice cream in it.
Milkshakes aren't completely cream.
They mostly are.
Really?
Mostly.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I don't know about that.
By the way, I added vanilla extract, maple syrup, and a bit of honey and a lot of sugar.
Why would they call them milkshakes?
Because it shakes when you blend it.
But it says milk in it. Cream isn't milk.
I don't know what I put in here, but something is given like a cookie dough consistency here.
What kind of ice cream is it? What flavor?
Vanilla.
A cookie dough consistency, not a flavor. Or what?
Yeah. I don't know what that is. It's like slightly salty. Oh. I had some like butter residue in this cup. That's probably what it is.
Anyway, we're going to watch My Autism star, Darius. What you know about Darius? Did it sound like I was going to start that one song? You remember that one?
No.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? It sounded like I was going to start that, right?
That's so
when your brain goes down, you could call that mental freeze.
I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
I think he says something about slow motion. Then I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
I don't listen to urban music. I almost slipped up there.
Let's see. Oh, this is just a picture. Monday's drip. She posts a lot of this kid. Let me see. Let's see if we can find a Darius stimming video. Well, this one says, what is stimming? So let's watch that.
Stimming is a self-soothing behavior, and all humans do it sometimes. Neurodivergent people just do it a lot more. My stimming may look different than what you expect to see, but it's part of who I am.
He sits interestingly, and that was not his voice. I don't know who she got to narrate that. Let's see. Yo, look at the drip here. This is a fit, okay? I'll give it to Darius.
Nah, Van Gogh's a psychopath.
Oh, well, I was just saying the fit itself would, not
matter.
Necessarily. I was just saying the colors and the composition of the fit itself,
Nope, no Van Gogh.
Okay. How about this? Let's see what he has. What the? Okay. Well, look, Darius dresses whoever, I guess is his mom, but let's see what we have. Autism can be a superpower.
Are you saying that every autistic person can do something cool? What can Darius do? Well, every person can do something cool, not only autistic people.
You just hear that in the background.
Yeah, what is that?
And there's this thing that autistic people have, like this
I mean, somebody just put in the comments.
gift, like a superpower. I mean, some of them can do some special things, and just like everybody else.
She seems a little special. Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's his like stimming noise. He goes, and he actually like played a guitar and he like played the exact same notes on that. Let's see what he does on the piano. He looks out for those specific keys like that he makes with his mouth too, and he like plays them. Why does he feel the need to hear that specific like note, like those two notes?
Probably some psychological thing. Something.
But what is it that causes him to like feel more at ease with those?
Something in his past.
Yeah. And then he grabs his face too.
He look nice in those glasses. You like?
What is going on? Okay. Anyway, let's see.
Why do black people name their sons Darius?
Oh, dude, I was watching Impractical Jokers and there was a white guy named Darius on there.
See, that makes more sense though.
Oh, dude, he ate a lithium battery and like 2 screws and got sent to the hospital. And she made like a whole thing about it. Dude, there's just so much content that I have to go through. Hold on.
Ever eat a battery again? You want this? No. You want this?
Oh, that's the battery he ate. He ate like one of those like coin batteries, not like the Duracell. Or I guess it is, yeah, Duracell still, but not like the cylindrical batteries.
Yes.
You want this? No. Do you eat this? No. No eating?
No.
No eating? Batteries. You want this? No eating. Right?
What? What is he saying?
I don't know.
Begging me.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, hold on.
You did get in me.
As a mom with a son with autism, and I'm still learning about autism every day, even though he's about to be 20. But things happen. It's the universe. Some things just happen. And as someone with autism, I think that's what you are trying to say. You should understand that things do happen. Impulse. I don't know what was going on in his head. I do have a theory, but no one's going to believe me. You know, at first I thought he had pica. And I'm like, nah, I don't think he has pica.
What?
So I started thinking about things, like trying to get in his head, and I think I figured out why he did it. And you know, you have a autistic or a brain of an autistic person, and you probably will understand it. You should understand it.
Is she saying she can understand it because she has an autistic brain?
You might understand it. I don't know even if I understand it, but knowing Darius and knowing how he thinks, because I've known this kid for 20 years.
This kid.
And I got to thinking, let me think about Darius. Why would Darius do this? And I have a theory on why he swallowed a lithium battery. But, you know, people always...
Are you going to fucking get to it? Seriously. Jesus.
Say that parents, we don't know nada. We know nada, you know. Listen to the autism community. Listen to people with autism, because you guys have some of the answers. Not all the answers, some of the answers. So if you don't know, then something ain't like.
Why didn't she give her theory? Why would she just keep dragging it on like this?
That was kind of infuriating, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like, this is annoying. I hate this. I'm interested to hear your theory. Yeah, she doesn't even say it, bitch. I'm a bitch, seriously.
Stimming is repetitive sounds and movements. Why did he eat a battery? Darius, why did you eat a battery? Impulse. Putting his finger by his eye is stimming. Walking back and forth is stimming.
See, you hear he makes those same notes. He's like, Maybe it was his dad getting taken away in a police car when he was young.
Jesus Christ, that's rough.
Stimming is
Anyway, that's definitely what you would see as an Instagram comment. Let's see. Okay. Now I want to find.
How'd you even find this?
Well, so Beard Guy was telling me about this page because he was saying he saw this really interesting video that I'm trying to find. Because now that you've seen the kid, you'll find this really interesting. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, that's not it, but see, look, he's uneasy when he can't find the note. Oh, he didn't find the note. What was that? He looked like it was off. I think he might have stopped playing because he couldn't find it. Because if so, he would have kept playing it. Dude, how long are these? Oh, this is September 19th. When was it that he showed me that video? That's what I'm trying to see. Because I really need to find that video, seriously. Let me see. Today is...
That milk drink was pretty good, by the way. I think it was the sugar that didn't dissolve properly, mixing with the salt from the butter. That's probably what it was.
I think I'm going too far back.
What we do is go back.
What we do here is go back. Yeah, I don't remember seeing all this. Hopefully she didn't take it down because it's an incredible video that we'd be seeing. And I don't want to ask a certain question that would help me find it because it would spoil something. It's going to be in the video. Yummers.
I was trying to figure out where I heard that before, and then it finally hit me.
Right now or just before?
No, because I was thinking it was yummy, and I was like, where have I heard that before? And then you just reminded me now that it's Yummers, and then it's like, oh, okay, now I know.
Hold on, is this it?
Yeah, Diddy and Darius go back to 2004.
Oh.
Darius wasn't at the party, but he was across the street because he was looking over to protect the city. So they wanted to know if did he see anything. Darius said he didn't see anything. They tried to warn Diddy though. You know, when he was in the closet, me.
She imitates him. Me.
Sounding the alarm, but Diddy didn't hear it. He told Diddy, they coming for you. Like, he tried to warn them. You know, Diddy was like, I don't speak autism. So Diddy was like, you know what? Darius, since you Batman, let me borrow your suit. So he did let Diddy borrow his Batman suit to see what was going on in the city. So he did. Did y'all see the time Diddy was wearing the Batman suit? Darius let him borrow it so he can, you know, check the city out just to see the undercover download stuff. Yeah, but Diddy didn't learn.
Were you able to hear that properly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did she get this?
You think
or like how did she like do this?
Where are they even based?
I don't know. Somebody said this lady understand the internet. Thoughts on Darius?
I still don't know why black people use that name so often. Very strange.
I mean, why do they use the names they use in general, like DeMarcus and like, you know, it's always a duh in front of like a name, or like or something added on to it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
DeQuavius, DeMarcus, Darius.
I mean,
why is it always Deshaun? You know, you could just name him Sean.
Nope. Darius is a Middle Eastern name.
Is it?
You've never heard of King Darius? the third
Oh, I
that
understand.
invaded Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was Kangs.
Is it like a anti-Europe thing? Is that what's going
We
on?
was Kangs. No, he must have been black for real though.
I'm sure he was.
The Yakubian spirit has diminished our presence in history. We need to reclaim it by showing people that, you know, these figures were actually black and beautiful.
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
Sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Okay, so let's see.
Oh shit! I guess I could talk about that.
Talk about what?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. Oh, you know what we should talk about?
Columbus?
Unless your thing was going to be interesting. No, the Serbian thing that we didn't go to.
Oh, yeah. I was mildly looking forward to that too.
Well, I ended up hanging out with Beard Guy.
I didn't do shit that day.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell the story or should I?
I guess you.
Okay, so here's what happens.
You brought it up
like a week or two ago, saying, you know, from
about a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago, saying, "Hey man, hey Ahmed, do you want to like go to you know, the Serbian Fest with Greg and I? Because you know, it's gonna be like at this, I don't know, some church or something." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you know, yeah." He actually doesn't say anything else. I think he just asked me like, "So are you down?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" You ask him about like price this week, like probably like the day before or something, and then I'm asking like, "Okay, yeah, like what time is it?" Because he didn't give us any other information after that. And I was like, "And what about the price?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I mean the price isn't too bad. It's just the guy isn't telling me the time." And then you asked him like, I don't know if it was like the right at the night before. I think it was like it was pretty late that night, and you were asking him. I think if I recall, I don't think it was in the morning. It couldn't have been the same day, but you were asking him like, "Yeah, I need to know that like now rather than later as far as like the time." And then he just kind of said like, I think he did say this the next morning. Yeah, it was like as soon as I woke up, I saw that message, and I think he actually texted it as I woke up. But he was like, "Yeah, the guy isn't like." Apparently, there was some guy involved that was already at the event the day we were asking him about it, and then apparently he wanted the information from him to like go find it. I don't know what the deal with that was. Why he needed information from somebody else if he already had some details enough to like invite us to it. But whatever. He was like, "Yeah, he's not. I'm getting mad that he's not responding to me." And then nobody else said anything after that, and nobody went. And Beard Guy just called me, or he actually texted me like around that same time. He's like, "Yo, you hungry?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go hang out with him."
Damn, you ditched us.
I wasn't getting any information, and it seemed like it wasn't gonna happen at that point. So I was like, "All right, I'll just take up a Beard Guy upon his invite."
Oh no, that was a different day actually that I did that.
I don't know. I was talking to him saying we need to get like what did he end up calling? Oh, bro. I was like, "Yeah, we had bro on the last episode, but we didn't shit on him enough." And it's like I was like, "Yeah, we need to get you on because we usually have the dynamic where you and me shit on him." He's like, "Yeah, bro, that would be pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, you should come on." I was like, "When are you free?" He said weekends.
I don't know him well enough to shit on him consistently. And I don't mean that in like a polite thing. I mean like I literally don't know enough about him to shit on him.
And that whole like Coke story I was telling last time, I definitely want to tell it next time. Huh?
Coke.
That mysterious substance.
Oh, that story. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to tell that story. See, it's funny. You know it's funny, but I haven't told it. I didn't tell the whole thing.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't say the twist.
Yeah, you did. Originally, you did.
No, I told you the twist. I didn't say it on the show.
I'm pretty sure you did.
No, I'm 100% certain I didn't say it on the show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, out of what are we on, like 50 episodes now? You know, out of that amount of episodes, however
many it is? I don't know if I ever said it like, you know, ever like on this show. I'm just saying to bro, like he never got told about it.
Yeah, I know you didn't tell him. I'm saying you said it on the show before. Oh,
I actually don't know 100% about that.
I bet you don't.
I'm sure I did though, actually, now that you mention it.
Yeah, I am too.
Well, okay, so the twist for the viewers that are tuning in now and waiting, because bro's not going to be watching this probably, unless he is. And in that case, this is unfortunate that he's watching this now instead of later, right? But the whole deal with it was that somebody, I forgot who laid it out. Somebody decided to lay out, I forgot if it was even like flour. I think it was just straight sugar, which doesn't even look like Coke, but somebody put that out, and
Was
told
it
him to
like
snort it, and he got
white
like
sugar?
nervous and actually did it. Huh?
Was it white sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Coke.
I think he believed it. Just
It
based
would
on it
have to
being
be
white sugar. I
flour,
don't even think it
wouldn't
was
it?
flour.
That's the only
The
thing I
beard
could
guy
think
was
of that
telling
would
me
look
about
like
how
it.
like he was acting funny when he came back. Like he went back out into that room and then came back acting all funny.
Major placebo effect.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. Question:
That's
can you
kinda
get
crazy.
high off the like expo markers?
I already could do it with Sharpie markers.
Can you do it with the like expo like whiteboard?
I don't know the chemicals involved in that to really say.
I can't remember if it was an expo or a Sharpie. I remember like in like middle school or some shit, I sniffed one and felt different. I was like, like lightheaded. I was like, I was thinking like, did that actually happen or was that placebo?
Yeah. I think the first time I had a Red Bull, I had a placebo effect because I was in middle school too.
What, that you felt like you were gonna get a heart attack?
No.
That you just felt like a crazy amount of energy?
Well, I had like literally a sip.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you started like running all over the place after one sip.
And then I felt tired very quickly after. But that might have been placebo. Plus, like at that point in time, I considered energy drinks like almost on par with alcohol. So it was like a thing that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Which I mean, granted, actually no, I don't think that. Yeah, that's probably a. I think kids should.
The funny thing is that I had considered them to be pretty bad for you, but then when I got into college, like first thing I did was started drinking like the Java Monster like ones, like the coffee ones.
Don't those have like a shit ton of caffeine in them?
Oh, for sure. I mean, my eyes were twitching, my heart was palpitating, everything.
Damn.
I mean, it felt good, but but my piss, like I went to the urine. I like how I said that. As soon as I would go piss after it, like the next piss I would have, it would smell straight like it.
It sounds like that one line from a Gooey.
Gooey.
My piss hole burnt shut. Something, I'm dehydrated.
Okay. Well, point being, I don't know if it was like the B vitamins or what, or just the caffeine, but yeah, no, my piss smelled like exactly like it.
That's not a very appetizing experience.
I thought it was funny, for sure, but I definitely thought the other side effects from the caffeine making me like have that like jitteriness were probably not the best thing.
I never got that from coffee.
Huh?
I mean, granted, I've never had coffee regularly like that, but you would think the fact that I don't drink caffeine basically at all, well, now I do, but beforehand, not drinking caffeine basically at all, and then just doing it like once every now and then consistently for like a week, that it would have an effect, but never did. Because I drink coffee.
I mean, like if I were to drink like 4 cups of coffee, I wouldn't get that sort of effect from it. But then like, like a energy drink is kind of different. But not even like a Red Bull though. I just remember getting that from like I don't know why that happened.
Red Bull's good. I don't get any.
It might have also been the fact that I wasn't eating as much.
That could probably be it too.
Yeah, because if I still don't want to drink coffee on an empty stomach,
I drink it on a full stomach and it still was not great for me.
Oh, the McDonald's iced latte?
No, the latte's fine. It's the iced coffee that's a problem.
Oh, they have both?
Yeah.
Just have a normal coffee.
I went out of my way to point out the difference to you once.
Did I get the latte or the coffee?
You got the latte.
Okay, no wonder I felt good. What's wrong with their coffee? Is it like moldy or something? Like what's going on? It probably is, but
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't really 100% trust those sorts of coffees like, Starbucks and McDonald's and all that.
What? You don't want your venti macchiato fucking I don't know what the fuck these things are called.
And my barely cleaned out like plastic filled coffee machine. Yeah, I would love that. In a plastic lined cup. I mean, if it's cold, it's better, but in the hot ones, they just put it in a plastic lined cup and it's hot. It's leaching stuff in.
I've never really been a fan of the concept of hot drinks in general.
Oh, I like hot coffee. It's just, I wouldn't drink it out, as much. Like if it's a place that only has like those paper cups, I'm not going to drink it. I do like a nice warm drink, especially in the morning.
Nah, always cold.
I feel like morning is the best time to have a warm drink.
No, because you wake up, you see the sun, you're getting warmed already, and if you have a high metabolism, you're already warm. You want a cold drink, especially if you're cooking hot food.
Well, that's the difference. You know, I'm drinking a lot of juice. Like I'm not eating a lot of warm food in the morning.
I'm
So I
doing
like having a
both.
nice warm drink.
Actually, I'm not doing both as of recently, but I was doing both. Eggs and bacon, milk.
I like the
Actually,
nice
that's
balance. See, that's the thing. Like I would like the warm drink, especially if I don't have anything else warm. But then if I have something else warm, then the warm drink doesn't become necessary anymore. It's more like I could have a cold drink with it, even if it is a coffee.
I'd like not to burn my tongue on my drink. That's
Oh,
all.
well, you know, you're just making it like piping hot. That's the thing. You know, you got to have a nice,
No, it's not me. It's also everywhere else I go.
like where?
I don't know, like IHOP or something.
Talking about their coffee?
Whatever hot drink I got from any place that wasn't my home.
Oh, well, usually I put a cream or two in there and that keeps it at actually just the right temperature. It's just warm enough.
That didn't work for me.
Well, you know, there was one point where I was hanging out with Chip and what I was doing, we went to IHOP. I got a coffee. This was years ago. I was drinking black coffee, but what I did was I took some of because I don't know if this is when I was doing like low carb or what, but I drank the coffee and then I would drink the little half and half container and then I would drink the coffee again and drink another little half and half container.
What's the point of separating it like that?
Well, I don't know. I kind of liked, you know, I mean, I didn't want my coffee. I wanted my coffee warm, I guess. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe I liked the taste of black coffee back then. And then I wanted like, you know, the cream because I was like, oh, well, fat, you know, good fat. Let me get some fat, you know, so drink the cream. You know, I went to this other restaurant. I don't know if I talked about it on here. I went there with Beard Guy.
But it's not cream.
Yeah, exactly. It was a non-dairy creamer.
Yeah, that's not good.
And did I talk about how we ended up putting that in like the so what we did was, you know, those like little ketchup holders, like the trays stuff, like where you keep like the ketchup and the mustard and the napkins, like the little box.
No.
Like the box that's like a bottle holder, but it also holds other stuff, you know. Like you can carry it, like it's like a little crate, you know, a little loot crate. Anyway, we put like the creamer in there, the non-dairy creamer after I was eating because after we finished eating because I was like, there's nothing to do with this. So instead of just leaving there, I'm like, oh, let's just put it in here, like just fucking with them, you know. And there was a guy that worked there. He saw me, and what he did was he like stopped for a second, looked down, and then like just looked away and kept walking. Yeah. Oh, and then
shit.
yesterday, this was yesterday, right? You know, I was on, you know, I'm always up to some shit, especially with fucking Beard Guy. He finds this shit entertaining. But you know, I was like, there was some guy, he had like student driver on the back of his car. That was it. He was in the middle lane and he was driving, I guess, you know, not even that bad. He was just a little slow, but he pulls over into the left lane to like go into his neighborhood. And I like just give him like a raised fist and like a fake scream. And he looks over and he like darts his head away, like nervous. Good times.
Is he like a high school student?
No, this was an old guy.
Wait, what?
This is like a 50-year-old man. I don't know why he had student driver. Maybe one of his kids was a student driver and he put that on there.
What a creep.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I don't know why
Maybe
I said
he
that. I
teaches-
just thought it would sound good.
Maybe he teaches people in his car.
And he was that nervous about it?
He didn't seem all right with what happened. He seemed like he wanted to get out of there.
Huh.
It wasn't like it didn't look like he was panicking, but it just kind of looked like he was like, uh-oh, you know? And Beard Guy was saying like, yeah, dude, he looked at you and he was like, he looked away. There was one time, actually,
Jesus,
I don't know.
What was that?
That was a burp.
Didn't sound like it.
What was it?
Well, I don't know. That's why I asked what it was.
What did it sound like?
I don't know.
Well, you can describe the sound.
I can't.
Well, it was like tilting my head back and burping at the same time, so I don't know.
It's not good.
I don't know, man. I was like leaning back in my chair and my neck was like kind of tilted back and then I burped. So I don't know, whatever that was. But yeah, I don't know. Was it bad?
It was not pleasing to.
Okay, then cut it out or something. I don't know. But yeah, there was this one time we were at the mall. Maybe he wants to tell this story. Should I let him tell this story when he's on?
Is he gonna come on?
He should. He said
All
he
right,
would.
save it.
Yeah, well, we have quite a few mall stories. I think I told the one already about the coffee and the guy, though, right? I think I told this one where there was like I was sitting with him at the mall. This is a different one than I was going to tell, but I'll tell you guys a story. I probably already told this sometime on the show, but it's funny. And we can get his reaction next time and retell it or something. But I had a cup of coffee in front of me. And I guess it was something about, I don't know if it was my depth perception or what. I guess I just wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. I go to grab the coffee, but my hand, the back of my hand touches it instead, not thinking like where the coffee exactly is. I guess I was like on my phone. I don't know, man. Point is I was somewhat distracted to the point where I couldn't grab the coffee exactly where it was, skill issue, whatever. I hit it with the back of my hand. It flips over. Like it just spills like drastically over and it just drenches this guy's shoes. Yeah, I talked about this. I remember because you were like, kind of like, why didn't you say anything to him? And yeah, I was like, I didn't say anything. I just looked at him and he looked at me and nothing was said until he walked away. That was it. I mean, Beard Guy really thought I wanted to fight him or something. He was like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, I was like, dude, it was a mistake. He's like, why didn't you say anything? I don't know.
I don't recall this at all.
I remember talking about this. But anyway, if you don't, what's your reaction now? It's again going to be, why didn't you say anything to the guy?
Yeah, it just seems like a very strange thing to do.
I was just sort of confused by, not really confused by the situation, but more so
confused.
I guess just caught in the moment of like what just happened to really even react to it in a way of, huh?
Caught in the moment of assaulting his shoes.
Yeah, I guess I just got caught in that moment of like what happened with the coffee cup to really say anything to him. So I was just kind of my thoughts looking at him. He was expecting some sort of apology. He didn't get it.
So he did notice.
Oh, he stopped in his tracks and looked at me.
And you said nothing.
I said nothing. I made eye contact with him and said nothing.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
I'm telling you, I got like lost in that moment. What'd you say?
I said, what the fuck?
I should have done that. Yeah, I'm not saying that's exactly what I would do in the future if I did it again. I'm not saying, that was necessarily like exactly what I should have done. It's just that's what went through my head at that moment. It's like, I was just thinking about it so much that I had no words.
Bro, there's something wrong with you.
Thank you, I guess. I don't know.
Anyway, I was looking up the ingredients of Cool Whip and I got this.
Dude,
water.
Seriously?
What?
Say it again.
What do you mean?
Say it again.
Say what?
Say it.
Say what?
Say what you just said.
I was looking up the ingredients of Cool Whip.
Yeah,
water.
Hey, whoa. What was that?
What are you talking about?
Say it.
Say what?
Say what you were looking up the ingredients of.
I just did.
Yeah, what was it?
I just said it.
Yeah, what was that thing?
What do you mean?
Say it.
Say what?
Say it. You know what it is. Say it.
But I already said it.
Nope, say it again.
What would be the point of me saying it again?
Let's hear it.
Why?
I want to hear it isolated from a sentence.
Didn't you just hear that?
No. Isolated from a sentence. Individual words
I didn't get
spoken.
a sentence.
Huh?
So I would consider that isolated.
No, completely isolated from any sentence.
Why?
Because of the way you pronounced it.
Whatever you're searching for, you should have gotten enough info from me saying it twice.
But why did you say it like that?
Like what?
You know how you said it.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Say whip.
Whip?
Now say Cool Whip.
No, I already said it.
Hey, why are you not saying it?
Because I already said it. I just told you I'm not saying it.
Oh my God, dude. Seriously?
What do you mean seriously?
Okay, just go on. It's vegetable oil.
The ingredients are water, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. Okay, interesting. Hydrogenated vegetable oil, but
The hydrogenated vegetable oil in question is a hydrogenated coconut and palm kernel oil.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know Cool Whip was actually kind of not poofinated.
Well,
At all,
it's not
really.
poofinated, but let me go on. Skim milk contains less than 2% of light cream, sodium, caseinate from milk, natural and artificial flavors. Now, right now, that's not horrible, minus the syrups, but then it kind of just it falls apart pretty quickly with the xanthan and guar gums, modified food starch, polysorbate 60, sorbitan stearate, sodium polyphosphate, and beta carotene for color.
How is there beta carotene for color if Cool Whip is white? Are you looking up some sort of pumpkin flavor?
No, I'm looking at the original.
Why would beta carotene be in that for color? Beta carotene is orange.
I have no. Well, maybe it comes out as like a gray color because of the oils or something like that, or the syrup maybe.
What?
But no, that's even clear, so that doesn't even make sense. I don't know why they have
It's
that in there.
white. That doesn't
Let's see
make
if it's any
sense.
different for this one. This is extra creamy version. Like cream contains less than 2% of pretty much the same shit.
So you're telling me if you were on keto, theoretically, it wouldn't be the worst thing to eat Cool Whip?
I mean, it's still the first 3 ingredients is still hydrogen.
Yeah, still sweet. But don't they have?
Wait.
Do they have like an alternative version?
They do. They have like a what is it? We have a light, which is less fat. We have a fat free, and then we have zero sugar.
Yeah. What about the zero sugar? Let's pull that up.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. I didn't get to read the other one, but I'll go back to that, I guess.
I want to see the fat free. What the hell they put in that?
Well, this one only has 1 gram of fat.
Well, but you're looking at the keto one right now, the sugar free.
Yeah, I mean, does corn syrup not count as sugar?
But how many carbs does it have?
It has 0 grams of sugar, but it's not showing me carbs. Let me see here.
It should say carb and then below that added sugars.
Yeah, hold on. Total carbs is 3.
Well, wait, so it was, but they called it zero sugar just because it's there's carb but no sugar. I suppose you could still use it because I mean 3 carbs isn't enough to really like at all kick you out of ketosis, especially if that's all you're eating. I mean, you just eat like less than 50 grams of carbs a day.
Yeah, let me go down this because
But what are the ingredients in this one? What are the ingredients in these different?
Corn syrup, hydrogenated vegetable oil, the coconut and palm kernel oils, contains less than 2% of sodium caseinate from milk, natural and artificial flavor, modified food starch, xanthan and guar gum, polysorbate 60, sorbitan monostearate, sodium polyphosphate, acesulfame potassium, and aspartame. Beta carotene adds a trivial amount of sugar. And what is this?
Fentanyl?
Phenylketonurics and phenylalanine.
This sounds like Riley Reid is promoting it to me.
It does, doesn't it? So this is very clearly the worst one that I've seen so far. I think.
This is the worst one?
Yeah, the extra creamy one started off better.
Well, this is worse than the original with the corn syrups, like more corn syrup.
It's worse because of the added like stuff.
But
generally, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
But this one, the extra creamy whipped topping, first ingredient is skim milk, followed by the oils, followed by high fructose corn syrup, water, corn syrup, light cream, contains less than 2% of sodium caseinate, natural and artificial flavors, xanthan and guar gums, polysorbate 60, sorbitan monostearate, sodium polyphosphate, and beta carotene.
Let's see the fat free.
That's gonna be fucking awful. But let's see. Was it the peach in there? Why would I do that to a peach? Jesus. And it does say 0 grams of fat, by the way. So let's see what the ingredients are. Water, corn syrup, wait, what? Okay. Water, corn syrup, hydrogenated vegetable oil, coconut and palm kernel oils, high fructose corn syrup, contains less than 2% of modified cornstarch, sodium caseinate, natural and artificial flavors, xanthan and guar gums, polysorbate 65, sorbitan monostearate, sodium hydroxide, polysorbate 60, beta carotene for color, has negligible amount of fat. Now, I don't understand how you can have coconut and palm kernel oil in here and also have 0 grams of fat.
Yeah, it's like all their variants still have the same stuff that you would consider to be within those macros.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense.
I guess it would have to just be the amount you're using, but even that,
But this is
I-
completely fat free.
it says there's 0 grams of fat. I don't know how that's possible.
So little that they don't have to list it on there. Because I think if
Probably.
it's like lower than 0.5, you don't really list it.
But yeah, if you get the, what was it, fatty? What was it called? Extra creamy Cool Whip. That seems to be the best variant if you're gonna do that. You're gonna have to sacrifice some shit because there's still some garbage in there. But I might buy some Cool Whip later.
I didn't finish my chocolate pie.
If you put some Cool Whip on it.
Why do you say it like that?
What do you mean? I said it the same way I did before.
Mm-mm. I don't like that. All right.
All right.
So, do you have anything you might want to mention before we go into another topic?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go buy some Cool Whip later. But I'll have to look for the extra creamy version because that seems to be the best one. I've never seen that in stores though.
You're fucking with me.
What are you talking about?
Chat. What should we do with Greg?
What do with me?
Mm-hmm.
For what purpose?
Method of making an example out of you
For what?
for pronouncing it like that.
Pronouncing what like what?
Cool Whip like that.
Like the normal way?
No.
All right. Whatever.
Anyway, were you going to say something else? Or that was it?
Yeah, I guess that was it. I was trying to find some coconut cream pies from the regional grocery supplier here, but I
Publix?
couldn't find any on the website. What?
Publix?
Yes.
You know, they have like I mean, I know it's still like flour, but they have like croissants too that are like only butter.
I have basically no desire to be eating any bread outside of a burger anymore.
Well, if you're ever craving a croissant,
Literally never. Literally never.
I do. But I'm really on a like a low starch thing / like just rice is my starch.
You should. I think I'm doing too much starch as it is.
I'm really only doing rice. White rice.
I still have quarter pounders pretty regularly.
Yeah, I'm pretty much doing like no bread, no potatoes. Potatoes, I think, I mean, if anything, might actually be one of the worst ones for me because I can do sweet potatoes, I can do white rice, but then I think potatoes I don't think are going to be the best. I don't think they're terrible automatically, but I think as far as gut fermentation goes, I think they're still contributing as opposed to white rice.
I think that I've gotten to a point where I could slowly start re-implementing it into my diet.
But then like white bread doesn't even actually do that bad for me anymore, depending on what it is. I mean, like, of course, the McDonald's one is just so processed that it's like, it just becomes so digestible because of like how much they're tailoring it for that.
It becomes better because of how shit it is.
Well, yeah, because they're like, I mean, their strategy is to make it as digestible as possible for people so that they're not so that they don't start avoiding McDonald's, you know? I mean, some foods, they'll just kind of like make you sick and I guess you won't really be able to pinpoint it, but I don't know. McDonald's really just doesn't want you to trace it back, I guess.
Oh, okay. I was looking up what the ingredients were and it stumbled upon a common search. Oh, that's BuzzFeed though. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to use that. Didn't they die? Wasn't that a thing?
Who?
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed. Oh, you're thinking of Vice, no?
Could have sworn BuzzFeed went under too.
You're thinking of Vice, man. Actually, I remember that too, though.
Yeah.
But would they really take down their website and all that? I mean, I think you can still look up Vice articles.
Yeah, I guess you could.
I don't think they remove all their content. Who's paying for that? Great question. I don't know.
All right, let's see what we got here. Quarter
Maybe
pound
they just
bun.
maybe they just leave the ads up. I don't know who would pay to advertise on a dead website.
I don't. Well, I mean, it probably still has some draw.
Yeah. So you pay to advertise, and then they use the advertisements to refuel like the payments for the the website to stay up, and it just becomes an endless cycle of that.
Yeah, an undead website.
Yeah.
Anyway, the quarter pound bun ingredients are enriched flour, wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, reduced. Ooh, niacin.
Yeah,
Reduced
that's like in a
iron,
lot of fortified grains.
thiamine,
Yeah, they put B
mononitrate,
vitamins in them.
riboflavin, and folic acid, water, sugar, yeast. I got to give them props for having sugar first and not cornstarch or corn syrup. That's pretty nice. Yeast, soybean oil, awful. Contains
Yeah.
2% or less of sesame seeds.
And it's not even on the 2% or less on the soybean oil.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's
bad.
not any hydrogenated or anything. It's just straight soybean oil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If only. If McDonald's didn't use soybean oil in their burger or their burger buns, I would frequent it as much as you do.
I think I eat enough coconut oil where it probably doesn't matter anymore. But anyway, wheat gluten, dextrose, guar gum, vinegar, vegetable proteins, pea, potato, rice. It's not the worst thing in the world. Sunflower and or canola oil. That's also not great, but I mean, it's 2% or less. So, I mean, Maltodextrin natural flavors may contain one or more dough conditioners, datum ascorbic acid, mono and diglycerides, enzymes, and of course, modified food starch. You know, it's weird that they put sesame seeds in there because they don't put the sesame seeds on top like Burger King does. So they just put the sesame seeds in the dough itself.
There are sesame seeds in the buns that they don't sprinkle them on top of?
I just read it right here. It says
Weird.
sesame seeds.
Yeah, I guess they just put them inside.
What? Why would you do that?
No, I don't know.
They can't possibly add that much flavor, especially if it's 2% or less.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Maybe
I
there's
swear
some
they're
sort
like
of,
paid
like-
to poison people, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Ow.
I was gonna say I didn't want to like break my train of thought when I was reading the ingredients. There's several times. This happened like probably like 10 times today where I just kind of said that in general. And I started cracking up immediately after.
Just ow.
Yeah.
Where did he get that from?
I don't know.
Yeah, where did he
I
pick that
always
up from?
thought it sounded like the old man from South Park.
Yeah.
A lot of
it
effort
does.
on that rod.
It does. It does. Do you think he got it from there?
I mean, it's not impossible. He watches South Park.
Maybe he just started saying it after seeing that episode and just formed it as a habit.
Either way, I'm really glad he says it.
Yeah. He says a lot of good stuff, like coating the bowl. I love it.
That's a good coat.
Like we were in a bathroom, all three of us, like, you know, in like a racetrack or Wawa or whatever.
It was a Wawa.
Yeah, we were stopped at a Wawa on the road. And we all had to, you know, take a leak. And I take the stall, I go in there, and I'm like, dude, like somebody sharted all over the back of this toilet. And he's like, oh, it's got a nice coat. Let me see that. I want to go after you. So then he opens it after I'm done. He's like, yeah, well, that's a nice coat.
Oh, wait, hold on. Pasteurized processed American cheese. Milk, cream, water, sodium citrate, salt, cheese cultures, citric acid, enzymes, and soy lecithin plus color added. So the soy lecithin is actually the last ingredient. So that's better than I thought it would be, to be honest.
Still got them microplastics.
I mean, so does everything else. Who gives a shit?
So-
Just drink some milk.
Yes.
You're getting some of that out because the first ingredient is milk here.
I suppose. Yeah, it sucks. Like microplastics really, I mean, any sort of plastic leaching is so hard to avoid because you can't really get like prepackaged anything, even including juice and all that. Like it could be 100% juice, but you'll still get like that leaching in from the bottles. BPS is being used instead of BPA. I don't know how much you've heard about that, but it's pretty much worse than BPA. And so, you know, they're just, I mean, they had the BPA lawsuits and then they're like, oh, we'll replace it, but now with something better.
I'm telling you, man, it really does sound like they're getting paid to poison people.
Yeah. And so, you know, any sort of cans you're drinking from, there's stuff leaching into that. I mean, microplastics have been found in like the balls and the cock and balls. I mean, they got the cock and balls, dude. People are going to have autism like crazy. I mean, they already do. For like, I mean, statistically speaking, it's insane. It's become insane within our lifetimes. But
In the membrane?
yeah, within our lifetimes, it's just shot up. And so, you know, the odds of having a kid with autism are really high. I mean, obviously health has a lot to do with that, but the plastics aren't helping whoever you are. I mean, unless you're very secluded and, you know, can detox all that.
Mongolia.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe I get a quarter pounder. Maybe I throw some Cool Whip on it. It's going to be great.
Okay, I'm not even going to comment on the pronunciation. Just the fact that you would do that combination. You really want to eat Cool Whip?
I mean, I don't know what. Oh, it was because you made that milkshake comment that it gave me the craving for whipped cream, and I don't feel like making my own.
I made a cream, like a sort of whipped cream, but it's a little thinner, but it's still pretty good. It tastes really good. I made it from cottage cheese. I took some like cottage cheese, put some sugar, some milk, vanilla. I don't know if there was much more to it, and I just like blended it up. Put it in
I
the
used to
fridge.
have a glass of heavy whipping cream and mix in some maple syrup, and it got pretty close to the taste.
So you could just throw that in a blender.
It's a lot of work. Plus, the only good whipped cream that I will buy costs a fucking fortune.
Well, just go get your own canister and use some galaxy gas for its true intended purpose. Not really, because they sell it with the mouth tube, so it's really not for cooking. But somebody actually did use it for cooking on Instagram for once. Might have been the first man to use galaxy gas for something other than inhaling it.
Yeah, I think I'm coping a little bit. Just a little bit, though. But I think
With the-
quarter pounder is still pretty good.
Oh, with the quarter pounder. I wish there were a better alternative. I mean, there is if you go a burger place that's more gourmet, but I'm talking.
Bro, I'm not paying more than like $10 for a burger.
Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah,
the one I'm talking about, you would pay just about $10 right before tax.
Well, we'll come back to that. Have you seen those memes of the point of view? You're gonna pay like $20 for a burger and fries.
I was just thinking about that too. And it's like the little handlebar mustache thing.
The fucking stools and shit. The like
black gloves.
like the fry holder thing.
Yeah, the black gloves, the little handlebar mustache with the little like, you know, twirl at the ends.
100% Wagyu beef burger.
Yeah, the stools and the wood on the walls. Like the little like old lantern lights.
Those are the quality memes I love. The things that poke fun at reality.
Yeah. Our sick, twisted thing that people call society. We live in a society. Why so, Phineas?
What?
You haven't seen the Joker like at beatbox meme?
Fiend.
It's like, why so serious?
Oh,
and then somebody did like Phineas.
Like the Travis Scott song?
Yeah, why so Phineas? Why so Phineas? Sheen.
Like...
Sheen. The Asian kids.
See, now that I heard that track, now it's funny. Now I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Sheen.
Okay, let's see what we got here. So
the other thing is I get rid of the pickles too.
Oh, that's like specifically what you get rid of.
Yeah, it's got the aluminum in there, so out you go.
So what do you leave? You just take out the pickles and then what's in it, like mustard, ketchup?
No, I order it without the pickles.
I know you order it without that, but then that's what I meant by takeout. But what's left? There's onions, ketchup, mustard.
Taking the pickles out myself, which I don't do.
What's left? There's like onions, ketchup, mustard. What else?
Yeah, I should probably get rid of the mustard too, but onions, ketchup, mustard, cheese, and beef in the buns.
I don't really think mustard is that bad. I mean, Dijon's obviously preferable, but like,
I mean, the mustard seed, it's got a lot of spices in it too. Like right here, distilled vinegar, water, mustard seeds, mustard seed, salt, turmeric, paprika, and spice extractive, which is very vague.
Fat in it.
Huh?
It doesn't really have any fat in it when you look at mustard ingredients.
No, but your concerns of fat are lesser than mine. My concerns extend a lot further and stronger outside of the fat realm.
Well, I'm saying that should be a main concern, of course. Plant defense chemicals, like, yeah, they are a problem, but obviously, like the little bit of mustard you're eating, I really don't think is something compared to like the amounts of, like, let's say spinach or kale that people are telling you you should eat.
Or yeah, that's nuts. The other good thing about a quarter pounder is there's no fucking lettuce on it.
Yeah, like spinach, kale, like nuts, like the amounts of things like people are eating like that are where I would start like saying like, yeah, plant toxins are far more of a concern for people than like some mustard on a burger.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, because it's really not much. Like when you start to get concerned, because like some of them may build up, like like oxalates if you eat too many, but like here we're talking about obviously people aren't going to even be eating maybe an optimal amount of calcium with that or anything, which can negate some of it. Just things like that. I mean, like, taking mitigatory steps if you are eating certain plants, like you can blanch tomatoes and they're not really going to be a problem if you really want a tomato,
I really don't. I could not care less.
If you did want to put a tomato in something, you can just blanch it and you've gotten rid of the problem.
I don't. I never really have the craving for
it's
tomatoes.
An example. there are ways to mitigate plant toxins to the point where you're not really getting any of that.
I'm telling you so you know.
Okay. I remember actually I did see because I was thinking like I didn't see Pete talking about the goitrogens in
the what?
Like the isothiocyanates and goitrogens. Yeah, it's like vegetables have hold on. It's spelled it should be spelled GOITROGENS. Yeah, but I see what you're pointing out there. But yeah, like their vegetables have that, and it actually does disrupt the production of thyroid hormones. So the goitrogens are doing that to you.
Name that.
Yeah, I wonder. But anyway, yeah, he talked about like apparently he actually did talk about like certain vegetables. I don't know if he said like radishes or something like that he was eating instead of like leafy greens to not have like the goitrogenic effect from vegetables. So he actually did actually point out. I didn't know that he did because he was talking about like vegetables, depending on how you digest them, can be beneficial because like the vitamins and all that. But obviously, like he did recognize like these certain things in vegetables still that were disruptive to thyroid, and said like he wanted to choose the ones that would be less like way less disruptive and still have like benefits to them. So I don't know. I think he mentioned radishes or something like that, but stuff like that, as opposed to eating like a lot of leafy greens every day.
I don't know why you'd have a craving for vegetables anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're vitamin deficient, like if you're, you may have some sort of craving for them. For just because you recognize like the vitamins you'd be getting from that, like you have a certain feeling which is from those vitamins, and you think, hey, I want that. But I mean, pretty much you can have a nutritionally not even pretty much, you can have a nutritionally complete diet without vegetables easily. Far more easily than you can have a nutritionally complete diet with vegetables, or like especially only. I don't think you can even have that.
No, I'm pretty sure it's impossible. And let me tell you, ever since I cut it out, there's like literally not one vegetable that I've ever had the craving for, unless you count potatoes and maybe onions. That's kind of it.
Those are like roots. Well, potatoes are. I don't know about onions.
Some people consider them vegetables in like a culinary
context. But then onions are good because they're just carbs, like, and especially if you cook them, that like gets rid of the defense chemicals, because like that's when you start like when you can smell that like that pungent smell, that smelly smell that smells, when you have like that crying from it and all that, and like your mouth burns from eating them. I mean, that's where the problem's coming from. So when you caramelize them or like cook them well, whatever you do, I mean, it gets rid of the issue. And then you have a good source of carbs right there. You don't really have that with a lot of vegetables.
Yeah.
So it's even from the perspective of like, even if you could cook out a lot of it, like what is really the point of eating vegetables?
Oh man, I was about to get us canceled for saying that. Never mind.
What? Was it a wheelchair joke?
No, it wasn't. Wait, what? What do you mean?
What's the hardest part about eating vegetable?
Oh, no.
The
no, that would have been fine. I was just going to like drop a thing.
That would be
No, not that one. Anyway,
Vegetables are for.
kind of crazy how much fucking shit they put in buns.
Yes.
The buns are pretty bad. Well, I mean, the McDonald's one, I'm still kind of saying it's not that bad, but you know. Also, going back to the cheese, the soy lecithin thing, I mean, you're gonna get that in your chocolate anyway, so
Well, I do more cocoa powder than I do like actual chocolate bars.
well, I'm not eating chocolate bars either. I'm just using the chip.
I usually, well, I know I would get some amount from eating that. I was just saying much more frequently. I really don't eat those often. I just more so eat like, I just put cocoa powder in milk and stuff or desserts, which really doesn't have anything, like it has nothing added to it. So it's just the unsweetened, like just normal. I just sweeten it myself.
Still 5-year-old palate.
Yeah, I'm
But
sure.
moving on. I don't know. Do you have anything else?
Yes, I did. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
So there is this long form entertainment channel. You know about it. They're on the West Coast.
Wait, what?
They're on the West Coast. Fresh and Fit of the West Coast.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. White, fresh, and fit.
Very much so.
There was
Very much so.
There was an incident. I don't know if you saw it with Andrew Wilson and Ethot. Well, I don't know if I don't know what she is, but you know, by definition, she would have to be at this point.
I might know what you're talking about.
Huh?
I might know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we're gonna put it up. We're gonna watch that. He was like physically there when this happened, and there was a chick that did something. You know what I'm talking about?
I guess I'll see. Why did I say like a German? Never mind. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of. Whoa!
It's gonna be ridiculous. I'm gonna be ridiculous. We should put it on a high five. I literally just wanted a high five.
I can't even understand. What was that?
If he's so
No
friendly,
idea.
why can't I get a high five?
You said, "Why can't I get a high five?" That was not a high five. That was the wrong clapping.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, we're getting that instant replay. So, thoughts? She is one.
Yes. Yeah. I actually saw a portion of the leading up to this, I think.
Yeah. Can we get some context from you, Sir Greg? Because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so a while ago, well, I don't know how long ago it was, because I think this was like relatively recently afterward. She was on a panel, and what Wilson does is he'll join the show remotely through like Discord or whatever.
Mhm.
And she had claimed that she was like some kind of Christian, and naturally, Mr. Wilson didn't take kindly to this. So what he did is he pushed back on that, and long story short,
Make
she
a long
kinda just
story
outed
short.
what?
From the I Should Have Never Gone Ziplining episode from South Park.
No. Long story short, yeah. Long story short, she didn't enjoy that very much because she was claiming that she was like a born again Christian, but at the same time, she's a whore on OnlyFans. Can I say that? I already said it. It's too late. Anyway,
That's
I'm
what
not
they
censoring
are.
that out. I mean, yeah. I'm just using a biblical term, really. But anyway, so what
A
they did
charlatan,
was,
if you will.
yes. What they did is they set up a debate, and I believe it was on like Christianity or if it's compatible with sex work or whatever, something like that. And this is that, and this is what happened.
Hey man, Jesus was like totally chill dude. He hung around a prostitute.
It's very interesting how many women are coming out with that kind of narrative these days.
Jesus hung around a prostitute, so that's why it's fine for me to be on OnlyFans and show my tits and butt and all that and pussy.
By
to
the way,
strangers.
there is literally nothing that proves that at all.
But the Bible says it.
No, it doesn't.
But I've been told the Bible says it.
I actually looked this up a while ago when I was getting curious about the Bible and I was gonna try and read it, and then I got distracted and didn't. There is nothing in the Bible that actually says Mary Magdalene was a prostitute, like at all. People just kind of started saying that at one point, and people just went with it.
Okay, so here's a tweet.
Oh my God!
About that.
Scorched earth policy.
I love this guy's Twitter, by the way. I've been reading his stuff every once in a while he'll have a post that comes up and it resonates with me. There was one he had about like people having Thanksgiving with their friends as opposed to their family and like doing all these quirky things and stuff.
Was that the one we read a while back?
We might have read his stuff, yeah.
Because I think I saw that post and I wanted to vomit when I saw the video. I
really just like his commentary, social commentary. I think this guy is honestly quite a nice account this man has. I would suggest following him. Yeah. I'm trying to get like a little crumb out of my gums. You ever had that?
Carrot out of my teeth.
Yeah, I had it in my lower gums.
Kind of wishing I had heavy whipping cream right now.
I still have my cottage cheese cream that I made. Okay, so here's what he said. As soon as I swallow these crumbs. Should have probably just taken a swig of my pineapple. But I should, because I have crumbs in my pineapple juice mixed with water mixed with simple syrup.
You added water?
I already put the simple syrup in there, so of course I had to add some water. Balance it out. I wanted more sugar, but again, at the same time, it's going to be way too sweet.
Why would you put the syrup in to begin with then?
I wanted some more sugar. Pineapple juice doesn't have as much of a... I think it has a higher glucose ratio. Trying to add some sugar. I did have some sugar water today, though. It was very nice.
I haven't had sugar water in a very long time.
My sugar water method, though, was making simple syrup, then adding that to water, and then putting salt in that.
You put baking soda in it?
No, I didn't. Should I?
If it's tap water.
No, it's not tap water. It was reverse osmosis water.
Oh, look at Mr. Big Bucks. He's got his big reverse osmosis filter.
Mr. Moneybags over here. Okay. Scorched Earth policy said. One second. Just getting those last crumbs. It's like forever. Normies truly are unwashed peasant scum of the earth. This sallow, pudgy harlot hiking up her drab sundress to show off her jostling, sagging rump has mirrored her ancestry perfectly. She's indistinguishable from the medieval whore bellowing out through yellow teeth in a muddy village road, tugging at her burlap sack dress and leering with dead eyes as she takes the 14th farmer of that afternoon between her haunches for a halfpenny or a ripe apple. One of them will give her an accident. A turbulent little oaf fetus that withstood the pennyroyal. I was speaking like Zulu there. Withstood. Withstood the pennyroyal and was shat out upon a pile of straw to either take her mother's profession or go off to butcher rodents for beer. So many squalid, shitty lives passed down from generation to generation, eventually leading to what you see today. What makes dull prostitutes especially unbearable is if they haven't fully realized what they are. There's a precarious paradox that whores contend with. It isn't just ass, mouth, and pussy you're selling. It's feeling itself. The best escorts must genuinely understand that what makes sex and eroticism special. It's an art of financializing a number of complex emotional dynamics in different flavors. A large part of it is often stimulating the feeling of love. Some of it can be simulating Concord grape. Or the essence of Concord grape, in the sense that a client wants to feeling, well, he kind of made a typo there, as if he is ruining innocence. True. And there is, of course, various niche dynamics and fetishes. But the ultimate role of a good hooker is to take the genuine parts of her soul and sell them off piece by piece, taking as little as possible away from herself while making it seem like everything to the client. Good whores throughout history have mastered this, managing to enact the great ancient profession sustainably for a lifetime into graceful retirement as the bargain wife compromise of some old dirty bastard husband in some godforsaken profession. If they're especially devious, they've managed to escape their profession, disguising themselves as anything else but a woman of ill repute. But there are very few thoughtful whores left in society. Sexual liberation and the consequences of technology has tainted the ancient art and left us with a generation of arrogant, stupid prostitutes who neither understand the forces they play with nor the consequences of their choices. Before you get in a hissy fit, even OnlyFans girls who peddle simple nudes are prostitutes. Pornography is prostitution. And there are so many prostitutes like the one in this video. They have coasted by on debasing themselves upon the darkest, dumbest animals America's ghettos and trailers have to offer, that they cannot fathom any other response than immediate uncontrollable lust when presenting their mediocre bare body to whom it may concern. The lifespan of a whore is akin to watching a heroin addict delude themselves as their existence dwindles down into a constipated concrete floor existence of winging for a free hit and doing anything possible for $2 as their limbs and teeth rot out. It is the steady measured degradation of existence met with cope, concealment, and contrivance. A delusion that grows harder to uphold as the uncomfortable truth claws its way into the forefront of your vision, refusing to leave you be in peace, taunting you with pain, screaming a message that won't go away, carving it into the inside of your eyelids and depositing its residue inside of your dreams. Even if this woman changed everything about her life today and redeemed herself, she will still have been a whore. Deep down, she will always be a whore. A permanent scar of the past scratched into the depths of her pupils, always noticeable if you look hard enough. The only thing more pathetic than the few thousand gooners shriveling their souls through their dicks for this mediocre harlot is the ideology pandering loser-ass podcast in which she was brought on to be badgered. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? The View for people LARPing as incels? And then he continues, I'm just kidding. The only thing actually worse is dysgenic troglodyte mutt goblins who immediately say, "Are you gay, bruh?" If you're not immediately hypnotized by sweaty, sloppy flesh lumps being shaken directly in front of your face. These aren't people. They're barnyard animals who were bred to be casualties in shitty wars or shackled into the rowing seats of ships of antiquity. One day we will be able to bolt metal VR headsets into their skulls to overlay AR porno TikTok noise reward graphics and inject them with retard drugs while they drill for helium on distant moons and eat gray sludge out with a tube. History will look back at human beings having granted the dumbest lower portion of society equal opportunity to express themselves online as a barbaric misjudgment akin to lead poisoning or eating mercury.
I really like that comment directly under it.
I sincerely appreciate your vocabulary and perspective, but are you saying you wouldn't smash theoretically? Oh my God, bro. Theoretically, condom on, you're knocking her down, big dog. Am I an animal? Aren't we all? He says, not if she was opening her big fucking stupid mouth and polluting the room with inane, shrill yammering like that. No. Maybe if I was drunk enough. Yeah, fair. This is a man of wisdom. A man of many words, but one that conveys quite a message and portrays, he portrays things quite nicely and accurately. His ability to convey these messages is just what I find so enticing about reading his work. But yeah, he's right. And the "Are you gay, bruh?" was very funny for him to phrase it that way because it's incredibly accurate. I mean, people were saying, Andrew Wilson, "Oh, dude, you must be gay if you're like running away from a woman pulling her ass out like that." It's like, why would you find this attractive? Like,
she's
exactly what he was saying here. Exactly what he was saying here, like inane, shrill yammering. Yeah, that's exactly what she was doing. So it's not even as if, you're in an establishment where, hey, you kind of want women to come up to you and do that. Like, not that exactly. That was just trashy, but, present themselves in a more sexual manner. Even if this man wasn't, had the devoted to Christian ethics in the way he is, to the point where he could find himself entertained by this, regardless, why would he want to do it there and then on a podcast where there's all these viewers and it's in front of other people, and not only that, there's this trashy woman doing it. I mean, it's like, this is something you keep secret if you do with a woman like that. Back in the past, that's what they would have done. They wouldn't have been talking about it to everybody. But
why
the thing
you do that at all though?
Well, I'm saying, cheap thrills back in the day, going to a whorehouse or something.
Right,
you're not
but
telling everybody you did that.
Even if you did do that,
surely you'd go for something better than that.
Something better, especially in presentation than that. I think that was the worst part of it. Just such a cheap presentation.
Yeah, that's like
But-
dollar bin material.
Yeah. I mean, this is like a poor man's prostitute.
Can I could get a little bit of minge, yeah?
You know, but the thing is, like, my thing is just that it's so trashy that, you know, and also, like, I guess the people that would find this okay, I mean, it's very ghetto to do something like this is what you would find on a black podcast where there's like I like how I just said it, but anyway, there's you know, like you'd have some like bitch like twerking or something, and somebody would be like slapped around, like, you know, something like that, right?
Yeah, that is pretty fucking disgusting.
I mean, that's
That's
just
why I never go to. Never mind. Go on.
I'm just saying that that's such a ghetto display that, you know, I mean, to people are having some sort of reaction when they see somebody acting, if anything, more civilized than the other person who would just start smacking that ass.
You gay, bro?
Are you gay, bro? Yeah, it's unfortunate. We live in a society.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull up another video here. This one isn't as there's not as much depth to this, and this may very well be more of a skit, but it seems like it could be real. Like it seems like this could happen in reality. So we're just gonna do that. Right here, we're gonna play this video. Here we go. And afterward, you could just tell me how you'd react to this or what your reaction is.
Oh, this looks so good.
I know. No! What are you doing?
I'm eating my ice cream.
No, I need to take a photo. Here, hold it out like this. You know we take a photo first. Let me see. Stop! I don't like this one. Okay, hold it out.
Sorry.
Okay, now hold it up to your face. Say cheese!
Cheese. Oh, this looks so good.
I mean, the fact that she said say cheese, I mean, alone makes it seem a little bit like a skit. But, you know, before
No.
the second time of saying that, it seems like it could have just been completely genuine.
I'm pretty sure it probably is a skit, but regardless of that fact, it's like this
This is
definitely
not-
happens.
This is commonplace behavior,
Yeah.
even if slightly exaggerated, even if probably not, but it still happens. So what would you do if that happened to you, if you were that guy?
Well, unfortunately, he's not the one driving, so that
That's
really
actually,
limits
you actually bring up a good point.
that limits his options a bit.
How do you know this isn't like a rental and they're in the UK?
Wait, why does it have to be in the UK?
Somewhere where they drive that way.
Oh, you mean like that?
Or it's a
'Cause
different car.
it's highly unlikely.
Or this video.
Sorry, I almost fell. Anyway, this brings up a good point of something I was thinking about earlier. I was thinking about the idea of, you know, going full drone and being like active on like Instagram and stuff like that, but like in the like fake way, the like plastic way. And I was like,
You mean full
no, that
drone?
I don't know, like
Oh, like an
posting shit
NPC
con-
Instagram account.
Yeah, that shit. Because even guys do it now too. It's a little depressing.
I don't.
But then I thought of this and I was like, this is awful.
This is what you'd be getting out of that?
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, I wouldn't obviously because I have way too high self-esteem to do anything like that. But for dramatic effect, I will say this would make me want to delete my experience permanently.
Yeah. Well, my first reaction to this is like, this is why women shouldn't be online.
Yeah, that too.
I was thinking like put some parental controls on her phone or something.
Didn't you say that earlier?
I said that
Today.
about like this woman that was severely catfishing with her makeup. That I think we did show her on the show. It was
pretty
like
sure we
that
did.
Dante guy's girlfriend, Laura. I think they're actually back together if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he even commented on somebody that posted that picture of her on Twitter, and he's like, "Oh well, she's actually beautiful and all that." And bruh, no.
Is she? Is she really?
Yeah, she looks like a dog that ate a bee. Have you seen photos like that?
Yeah, I have seen those.
She looks like that without makeup on. But anyway, point being here is that what we're looking at is that women get to the point where they can just alter the shape of their face. I mean, this is dramatic changing to their physique. The way men do this is by losing weight.
Well, hold on. We're getting off topic here. Shouldn't we focus on the video first?
Oh well, that was the video.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
My point was just going to be to say that I was going to bring it back to the point that
throw it back. Throw it back.
Yeah, I was going to throw it back and say that the point here being that these catfishes are just another example of why social media is like such a problem. Honestly, because she's doing this for posting it online it's easier to deceive like that when your hair can cover up certain parts of your face. You can't really hold that together necessarily as well in real life. So obviously you can tell a lot more probably what she looks like in real life, even though it's still catfishing because she's like altering her lip shape with the lipstick. But point being here, all just a part of why, first of all, take your woman swimming for the first date, and then
exactly,
just don't have her on Instagram or Twitter.
I think Instagram's more nefarious.
Twitter's pretty bad.
Well, I mean, that might be because I'm not anywhere near mainstream Twitter in the slightest.
Just don't have her on social media. Have her on at most like Facebook. Connect with family or something.
Facebook.
Huh?
I don't know about that.
Well, a lot of people have a Facebook just to have family on there, and their family posts about them and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, are you on Facebook?" Like, I don't know.
You don't have their phone numbers?
Well, they like post about you,
That still seems kind of gay.
I don't know. I think that's more of like, that's kind of like a base level social thing. It's like maybe, whatever. I though you can still get DMs on there.
Yeah.
You still can get DMs, and me. I know men because I know myself. If I see a chick on Facebook, I hit her up.
But yeah,
there's this guy, that very scam likely guy. He was
that's
showing
exactly
like,
who I was thinking of too.
Yeah, he was showing tips on how to. Yeah, exactly. The Facebook Marketplace is actually his way of doing game. And I actually did one of his tips just to see what I would get. I looked up mirrors, and the first result was actually like this like Venezuelan chick that actually didn't look too bad.
You looked up what?
I looked up like mirrors because he was saying look up mirrors because then you'll see the people in the reflection. And some of them are going to be hot chicks.
The word mirrors
on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, I see.
And then I found this one chick's account, and she was like a Venezuelan, and she looked pretty good, but I don't know. She was like selling like designer stuff on like her used designer stuff. So I'm like, oh, this chick's definitely high maintenance.
Designer.
How about I put my D's on her?
Isn't that guy dead?
What, designer?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of like Virgil.
What?
Virgil Abloh.
Who the fuck is Virgil?
Okay. He was a designer. No, designer himself is alive.
Well, I mean, he's at least socially dead.
Oh, he fell off, yeah.
Panda.
Panda. Have you heard that Future song? You definitely haven't heard it because it's Future. Why would you hear that?
Yeah, that was a silly question.
There's this part of a Future song, and it sounds sus. And you know Kodak Black, right?
I know he exists.
Okay, so he calls Future. He's like, well, I guess he questions him on that sus part of the song. I thought of that right now. We could watch that. Let me see. I think it's pretty funny. You might like it.
Is it Kodak Black because he's black?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Oh my god.
I have bras in Atlanta.
I got bras in Atlanta.
Say, wait, he said it, so it should be fine. No,
and the scammers, huh?
he said it, so it should be fine.
What?
Broads.
Oh, well, 21 Savage said like I got J money, you know, but he said like there's no problem with saying Jewish, right? I mean, they're Jewish.
Yeah, I don't know why you censored that. That makes it
made
more
it worse.
suspicious that
I made
you
it worse.
censored it.
Okay, I'm gonna do it over again. Yeah, I mean, like 21 Savage, he said I got Jewish money, and I think like I don't know if it was LeBron or who did like a video where he was like reacting, like he was like kind of using it as like one of those TikTok sounds, like, you know, to like put it on top of your video. And I don't even think 21 Savage was the one that apologized. I think LeBron or whoever that used it had to apologize for even saying like, you know, the rap song even saying like I got Jewish money, because it's stereotypical apparently to say like Jewish people have money.
No comment on that. But anyway,
that's all I was gonna say on it.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd bring anything else up. It'd be weird to do that.
Yeah, I mean it's a stereotype, and it's harmful to the Jewish community. So
I was gonna say I watched the episode of Always Sunny earlier today, where it was the court episode where D D goes out of her way to prove that the lawyer is Jewish. And she's like, I got you. You're a dirty liar. And you're Jewish. Oh, wait, that came out wrong. I don't have a problem with him being Jewish.
She didn't even say, and you're Jewish. She's like, because you're Jewish. And people were like, oh, and she's like, no, I don't have a problem with the Jewish part. It's just that he's a liar. He's a liar.
That's a Jewish person.
Yeah, I love that. All right, here's the clip I was thinking of.
Never mind.
Hey, I'm listening to this song, dog. A nigga fuck with you so tough, homie. What did you say this part right here, bro?
Got it there, makes one. The only time I feel alive when I taste it. I don't want
what you said right there?
The only time I feel alive when I take.
When you take?
Yeah, like I take a pill. Only time I feel alive when I take. I want to vent.
Yeah, what a nigga. Hey, I'm listening to this song, dog.
Hold on.
Play it back one more time.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck us though.
You could just cut out the second time it plays, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm listening to this song, dog. A nigga fuck with you so tough, homie. What did you say this part right here, bro?
Got it there, makes one. The only time I feel alive when I taste it. I don't want to
what you said right there?
The only time I feel alive when I take.
When you take?
Yeah, like I take a pill. Only time I feel alive when I take.
Take.
I want to vent.
Yeah, what a nigga. Hey, I'm listening.
Yeah. What did it sound like to you?
It sounded like taste.
Taste dick.
Oh, I heard taste it.
Oh, well, the reason he was pulling it up is because it sounds like the only time I feel alive is when I taste dick.
How many Diddy parties did you go to?
I like the song came up in like a radio that I had, like, you know, playing on my headphones, like from like YouTube Music. And so I heard it and I realized he actually did say take, but it sounds, because he puts these like ad libs in the back. He's like, got the stick, something like that. Like he's saying like got the stick or like something like that. He's talking about like a gun or something, I guess, but he keeps putting those in the background of every line. And so when he says take, it like goes at the same time, like, and then stick comes right after. So it sounds like he says taste dick. It really does. But it made me laugh listening to the song as soon as I realized it was that song. But I wanted to see what he said. And he really did say take. It's just, I don't know how the audio engineers or nobody really pointed out that they should probably cut the ad lib from that one part. But nobody did. And so like I don't even know why they didn't cut it out after the fact, after it got released. I guess they just want people to go back and listen to it. I don't know.
Maybe it's like an industry audio engineer. Maybe they wanted it like that.
That's Future's humiliation ritual.
We got Diddy money on this.
Future, so now you're going to talk about tasting dick. Yeah, I don't think Future put on a dress. I think it was Young Thug did. Young Thug did.
I can't keep track of all these stupid names, man.
Kid Cudi, Young Thug, they all did.
These sound like made. Well, I mean, they are made up, but I mean,
I don't know, man.
Okay. Well, that's what I had for today.
Egg.
That's what you had?
Earlier today, yes. Yes, I did.
The only time I feel alive when I take dick.
Yeah, it does not sound good.
Yeah, I was trying to like make it sound almost like how he says it, but it still sounds like that, you know?
It almost sounds like he's saying take dick now. That's even worse, arguably.
Well, he says take, and then there's an ad lib saying stick.
So he
Take
didn't even
stick.
say it.
No.
He just said the only time I feel alive is when I take, and then the ad lib says
Something stick.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Like imagine he's saying like got the stick.
But he takes it.
No, but he takes pills. Like Juice WRLD. Did you see the one I sent you from Regular Show where it was like Mordecai loading up on the mints before he kisses Margaret? And it was like they were saying like Juice, we got the police outside of this plane, and then it's like Juice WRLD and it's him loading up on the mints.
Why would that be your first reaction though?
Like, wouldn't you rather go to prison?
Couldn't you just have it in your mouth and just like not swallow?
I mean, it might still get absorbed depending on what
That's
it is.
fair.
But even so, why wouldn't you get like one of your associates to put it up his butt or something? I mean, even so, you know.
I mean, even a trash can, even if it didn't work, I would think that's a better idea than
Wouldn't they want to
that.
get some sort of drug mule in on this? Like, what did he think he was going to accomplish? Did he just want to take his own life at that point, like to not have to face the consequences?
I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah,
Rappers tend to
it's
get
not.
off pretty well in prison, from what
Yeah.
I've seen.
Get off pretty well.
I mean, maybe both ways. I don't know.
You mean get off from their prison time, or just
No, I mean like
do well
like
in prison?
they don't. It's like not shit for them.
Yeah, they get respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I fuck with your music, man. You got good shit, man. I'm not gonna stab you.
He
I'm not
comes
gonna
up
touch
to you
you.
and says that.
I'm not gonna stab you. I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna take lunch. Okay. Don't you worry your little pretty face.
Yo. Yo.
But I'm gonna go look at you in the shower. Okay.
Okay, Chris. I see you.
I like
and
the way you're
want
scraping and scrambling.
Now we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
What was Juice WRLD's real name?
Juice.
No. Oh, let's look this up. It's probably something like Daquavius type shit. Let's see.
Yes.
Quandale Dingle. Gerard Anthony Higgins.
That's kind of hilarious.
Wait. What is Nate short for? Oh, Nathan. But what is Nathan the only thing it can be short for?
I think so.
Okay.
Nathaniel.
Yeah. I was trying to think because he has Anthony as the middle name and then Higgins. I was gonna say something else. Higgins is the last name. I was trying to think maybe there's something there.
Tony
Gerard.
Higgins.
But is that Gerard or Jared? It's Jarad.
I would assume Gerard if it's spelled like that.
Yeah, Gerard.
Or maybe somebody just didn't know how to spell.
Yeah. I wonder who that would have been.
Gerard.
Well, I've been always having a hard time with the polling systems.
The what
And so
system?
the birth certificate information was no easier to me. The polling systems. The polling booth.
What?
I can't read.
Sir George the Breathless.
Dude, there was this other thing that Beard Guy was showing me. It was like a video of some like autistic guy, like the black guy as well. And he was like taking SpongeBob prisoner as like a cop. He was like pretending to be a cop. He needs to show us that video when he comes on here because I don't know if I can find it. But apparently he's like, seriously, he wants to become a cop and everything. But he was like, get on the ground. He puts like a handcuffs on like a SpongeBob plushie. He's like, guys, he locks the comments. He's like, guys, don't make fun of this video. I want to become a cop. Should be nice to see that if he can find it. Beard Guy's pretty good at coming up with these videos. He might be pretty online even compared to me. Because even when I see videos in my feed, like there's a good chance he's already liked some of these videos, like a lot of them.
That's how you are in my feed.
Well, he's like that for me. And then we had Ryan Gosling too, who sent me Brain Rot so bad I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah, what was that?
It was like some, you know, that chick that did like the dank meme quiz.
Yeah.
She did a video where it was like, "Hey there, Delilah, brain rot." I couldn't sit through it. I watched 3 seconds of it and clicked out. And it didn't even get to like the chorus or anything. I just left. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to watch that shit. This is like, that's actual slop.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there's nothing to gain from that, from watching that. And he's like, "Oh, I thought you liked brain rot." I'm like, this is just worse than anything I've ever seen, honestly.
Did I get to you?
I just don't even think I could have enjoyed that regardless. I think it would have been cringe no matter what.
I mean, yeah, I don't even go on Instagram anymore. Not on that account. I go on the other ones where it's like not brain rot.
What are you watching in your feeds then?
Usually like music stuff.
It's not even like car crash videos. What are you watching, man? Music.
Yeah.
It's weird. I can't imagine going on Instagram and not seeing like complete
not
bullshit,
seeing
like,
some family of 3 just getting annihilated by an incinerating car.
Yeah,
I
like
couldn't be me.
Either that or people doing things in public that nobody would ever think of doing, like if they had any sense of like, you know, shame or like any sense of like self-respect or I guess like social anxiety, like any of the, well, I guess self-respect is different because you can still respect yourself. In some cases they don't respect themselves for doing these things, but no, just doing like crazy things in public or, you know, drive-through pranks or, you know, car crashes, N-words, you know, freaks, frankly, people with disabilities, you know, it's all that. That's my whole thing. That's my whole feed.
I'm trying to get back into normie Twitter, but not like normie female Twitter where it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like it's not like socially acceptable brain rot where it's some whore pretending to do something interesting, but really she has her link in the bio. Not that, but like I don't know. I'm tired.
Yeah, that makes sense. I kind of just started, you know, the thing that Beard Guy tells me that he does is like, he says he watches like, you know, like the 5-hour Family Guy or American Dad things on YouTube.
The streams of all the episodes or whatever.
Not even the streams, like they just clip a bunch of them together and now they actually have no cuts or anything. So they just put full episodes together like for 5-hour segments, and like they have some like ways around the copyright where they'll like make it so that if you scroll through the video, you actually can't see like a preview of what's going to be at that part. It's actually like some image or like it's some like other like Minecraft footage. I don't know how they do it. Like in the scroll like bar, all the preview of the video doesn't even look like it's American Dad or Family Guy. And then what they'll do is they'll make the captions like completely unrelated. And they're actually able to trick the system a lot better like that. And so they're able to put up like no cuts, no zoom, you know, it's like full episodes. And so he tells me he watches those. We actually put one up while I was driving. Yeah. And then we were at like a coffee shop just yesterday. It's like a smoking coffee shop. Huh?
A what?
It was like a smoking coffee shop.
It's over.
What do you mean?
It's over.
Well, he has like friends there. He's like, he knows the owners and all that. I don't know.
Okay.
So there's like a lounge area where, you know, you sit down, like, you know, you're not smoking in the place. It's like they sell like, you know, CBD and Delta. Nobody's like smoking. Like, it's not like a hookah place or something.
Is it?
It's not.
Okay.
They just sell like those products, but you're not like smoking in there.
Okay.
There's nobody smoking anything. But anyway.
Okay, like you beat the point to death. Jesus.
You just keep saying okay as if you don't believe me.
I just keep saying okay like a normal person would say okay.
Not really. But anyway, so they have a TV in there. He grabs the remote. He puts on American Dad. And then he's telling me about like those different tricks they're using. And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm always watching these videos. Like, you know, if I'm at work, stuff like that. Like, you know, he's like, oh, I remember one time, you know, we had to do something in some guy's truck, like deliver something. And like, you know, the Ford F-150 or something like that, they have like a TV screen, and like it's like the only one where you can pull up YouTube on that screen, and they would like pull up Family Guy and stuff like while they were on the road. And they were that's what they were doing. But yeah, no, he's just talking about his fascination with the, you know, full episodes of American Dad and Family Guy. And then even when he pulled up the one in Coffee Shop I was watching, he's like, oh yeah, I watched this one before. I just watched this one a couple days ago. He's watching all of them and not even like streaming them. He's just like looking them up on YouTube for free. It's funny.
Does he have the means to stream it?
I mean, if he wanted to pay for it, he could, I'm sure. But you know, it's so easy. It's so much easier to just look it up on YouTube. And you know, I could too. I could go like on YouTube TV and like download those shows, like pretty much like, and just start watching them normally. But if I watch them, I'll just pull them up on YouTube as well. Yeah, it's just the convenience, I think, at that point. And like the fact that you don't have to keep like thinking about watching the next episode. It's just like the next episode just comes on. And he tells me, oh yeah, what he was telling me, he's like, oh, whenever I'm eating or whenever I'm just doing something where he'd pull up YouTube, he just pulls those right up. I used to do that with Family Guy and American Dad all the time, like him. I got into the habit of it, I would say like 4 years ago. And I would just like put them on while I was doing anything like schoolwork or anything like that. I just leave them on, exercising in my room. Like if I wasn't
just background noise at that point.
Pretty much, but I would, yeah. And it got to the point where it's like you're using that to fuel some dopamine so that you can at least get some of it so you can feel like, all right, you know, but I don't feel as much of a need to do it now. I did feel like an actual like craving to do it back then.
I usually just put on music if I'm doing that.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels like the music is like, I don't know. Music definitely helps. I've been at times where it doesn't feel like that satisfies the craving. I feel like I need a show. Yeah.
Before I got access to watching Always Sunny, the only content or anything that I really consumed was just music at that point. Like I didn't watch anything really. Like maybe once every now and then, but not often.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think that about settles this episode of the show. I do want to have that Turkish guy on.
Well, are you gonna dox him like that?
I can't say that?
I don't know.
Okay, well then get rid of the word Turkish.
I don't want to.
Oh. Well then don't.
Maybe I won't.
I don't see how that's, you know, at all doxing. I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to tell by the accent. No, I mean, I guess you can just say it's like standard, but I'm sure somebody will notice it. Come on.
He'll probably introduce himself as that.
Yeah, and I want to have Beard Guy on. I'm sure there are other people we could think of. But
bartender guy.
Is he ever coming on?
Maybe if I ask him again.
Dude, every time we see him, he's like, yeah, I'll come on. And then he doesn't. You know, what we need to do is just figure out, well, I'm going to be busy the next few days during certain hours, but find a time he can do and just we'll claim it, you know? That's what we need to do.
Is that an RSVP?
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, anyway, we didn't even talk about, did we talk about the vape incident last time with that guy where he swapped DNA?
Oh, nah, we didn't.
Should we?
I don't know, because that kind of we're connecting too many lines here.
Okay, whatever, guys. That's it for this episode. If you want to know the secrets to the universe and the podcast cinematic extended universe, keep watching the show. And go back and watch the whole thing and come back here and then watch the next one and subscribe and, you know, live the rest of your life knowing that this is better entertainment than anything else you can get because it's the podcast.
Egg.
the podcast ever. See you guys.